Well, hello. It's Friday, and oddly enough, for those who know, I dabble in NFTs. One of the NFTs that I really enjoy is a very functional NFT called the NFTeams. It's based out of Australia. It's pretty cool. And they're hosting a poker tournament, and the winners of the poker tournament get points that can help them buy. What's up, gentlemen? Built. They can help you redeem for free NFTs. So the poker tournament is only supposed to be an hour long. It started at 5 p.m. Pacific, and I'm on the final table as we speak right now. I have tried multiple times to go all in to end it, and it is I keep winning the all ins. Out of a field of 35, I'm in the final 8. So as unprofessional as it may be, I am gonna achieve two things at once, because this hour long medium stakes poker game is going on. There are only 8 people left. I am currently ranked 3rd out of those 8. And I am going to flip and turn on the screen so you can actually watch me finish this out, because it should be interesting. So, this is the app. This is what's going on. I wish I had my boy Bourbon here. He would know exactly what to do. I am a decent poker player. I have my moments where I do well. I am at the bottom. I am, of course, DC the Breaker, which is where you can find me at any time. So, while this is going on, if you go to DCTcollects.com, we have a brand new item that I had put in there. We are trying to get together a hit draft break, or a draft hit break, where anybody who wants to join in buys any number of 2022 Topps Clearly Authentic. And then we will open up all of the boxes, and then we will random everybody that's involved, and then whoever lands on top after 7 randoms will get their first choice of the hits that came through. So that is on there. I am not staying in with 8-6 offsuit. Boy, I'm embarrassed with how dirty my phone is. When you catch it under that light. So, anybody who wants to get in, it's the cost of a box. It's going to be a lot of fun. We did it yesterday. We tried it out. 2 people joined in. And it went well. It was fun. Both people got what they wanted. Collecting Karma was in full effect. So, yeah, let me open up that right now. All right, K2 suited. I drew a pair. I'm going to check down. All right, now it's time for me to make my move. I'm going to slow play it. I'm going to call his $3,000. What's up, Lee? How are you doing? Now I go all in and see if we can sucker him in as well. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to show him the hand, my 2 pair, and then there were 7. What? Mandala, how are you doing? I feel like it's been a while. Like, not a super long while, but like a long enough while. I hope you are well. Hope everyone is well. Hope things are going well. I was just explaining I am in a NFT poker game that was supposed to be over before I went live. But every time I was out, I went all in. I ended up winning that hand and couldn't get out to save my butt. Now I'm on the final table. Now it behooves me monetarily to actually play it out. So that's what I'm doing. While we wait for orders to come in, am I breaking bad? I break everything good. Or at least I like to think so. We had a couple of really great hits yesterday out of a hit draft break. That was a lot of fun. It was an out of 10 rookie from the Astros, which went to Karma Enough, a Houston fan. And then we got a Ryne Sandberg out of 99 55 throwback, which went to the person who won. What's up, Maestro? Speaking of the Ryne Sandberg, it's Maestro's. There he is. GXG, what it do? I'm riding a pair of 4s right now. Hopefully it gets the job done. It doesn't look like it's going to get the job done. Nope. It was worth it, though. What's going on, Ice Wolf? How are you doing? Now that 11 of you have jumped in, if you head to DCD Collects, you will get the brand new item that is up there. It is simply a hit draft break. Buy 1, 2, or 8 boxes of clearly authentic. We will open them up and then we will random the names, get everybody in there, and then whoever gets on top gets to pick their first card, and so on and so forth. Let me jump over to my Twitch. Appreciate you, Lee, jumping in and bringing some people my way. So there was a delivery of art coming tomorrow. I wish I had some more art other than Lee's to talk about. But what I can tell you is things are on the up and up with what we are putting out. There is going to be some extremely interesting Star Wars related and, let's say, timely mystery boxes that are going to be putting out. I think they are going to go at gangbusters. There are some high-end autographs that are going to be involved, some really good art from multiple different artists that are going to be in there, so stay tuned. I'll give you a hint. It's going to be somewhere around the Andor release or shortly after that we get that in. And it is may or may not directly relate. What's up, Kevin P. West? We are filled with artists right now. Artists. So it is, yeah, it's going to be good stuff. I'm pretty stoked about the things that we're going. We've got a couple of items are being sent out today and tomorrow per our list of artists that got back to us. So we will be assembling some of those boxes sooner than later. I agree, Kevin. I wish it was available tomorrow, Craig, but it is not. I may be getting parts of it in tomorrow. But here's hoping. Let me pull up my order forms. There we go. I don't think, so as far as releases, I don't know if we're going to have any releases soon. I think our closest release is a few weeks away. But there is going to be a moment where we have 3 or 4 things, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 things coming through. that are awesome, that I'll be stoked about. At the same time, so all right, so finally, I have managed to get out. I finished 7th out of 43rd. And let's go collect my prize. We should call Andor or Rogue One themed breaks Rodna or Eno Ueger. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. And all right, so they paid out up to 5th place. So I placed 2 out of the money. Rouge One. I've made that mistake a few times. Let's get some flavored water. All right, now my undivided attention is here. I went all in 4 times in a row and finally I'm out. Oh, goodness. Speaking of out, this right here is the last box. And then we will be sold out of the Artist Spotlight. 16 of 25 is the final box. If the number 16 means anything to you, or you just want to snag the last on the planet box of Sean Sketchghoul MacArthur's Artist Spotlight Ghoul Gallery, there it is, fam. That'll give us more room to put more stuff on the shelves. Also, today and tomorrow are the very last days that you can get this product right here. We are going to be taking Star Trek off the shelves. There are still hits remaining in there, by the way, including the full insert set, a piece of Uhuru's uniform, which is just dope considering she passed. I believe that comes with a sketch card of her as well. I'd have to take a look. But yes, there are still some good stuff in there. What's going on? Hellbolt, love you, man. Oh, pizza. I love pizza. I used to say I could eat pizza every single day for the rest of my life and be okay with it. As I've gotten older, that has changed to sushi. I could eat sushi every day of my life if I was guaranteed not to get mercury poisoning, and love it. Philly cheesesteak pizza. I'm not a an onions and pepper guy, and you would appreciate it. Because if you're around me when I eat onions, it's unpleasant. The problem with hiring creatives is occasionally you end up with drama doodlers. Had a conversation recently about hiring a mid-level named artist on a project and they phoned it in. I can't justify bringing artists back for... Oh, hold on a second. I had to run again. Thankfully, he saw my car and turned the alarm off. Otherwise, numerous armed people would show up and shoot me on sight. So thankfully, our dear friend who came to pick something up saw my car and canceled the alarm. So to finish what Lee was saying, I can't justify bringing artists back for multiple projects if they're not going to take the project seriously. And Kevin P. West says, well, You talking to me? You talking to me? Are you talking to me, Lee? I'm kidding, of course. And Lee is like, absolutely, Kevin P. West 23. I hate your guts. I think all your drawings are terrible, and the brand of pens you use is Bush League. Oh wait, no, I misread that. He said LOL. Speaking of Kevin P. West, expect a real. Lee's like, that's a lot of subtext, DC, but you are right. I can't help it if I read between the lulls. With that said, as most of you have figured out, Kevin P. West will be doing a project with us very soon because his favorite holiday is coming up, and of course, we're going to want him to play with his favorite holiday. Who doesn't want an artist doing what they love? And Kevin's like, yeah, I can hear Lee saying that to me. Oh, ouch, too real? Okay, maybe the pen part. I could see Lee being very particular about the pens he uses. And I could see Lee snobbing up like, oh, that pen has garbage ink. Let me show you what I write with. This right here is top of the line. This is a killer pen. If you're not using this, you are crap. Shout out to Century International Arms. They sent me a bullet pen and some t-shirts when I was at my other place. I'm sure Lee has ripped up the crappy art I have sent him before. I don't know, and I could be wrong, but I don't know if Lee has ever ripped up somebody else's art because it was crappy. I can see him ripping up somebody's art as a vendetta, but I don't think he would rip it up because it's crappy. He would probably ink over it and send it back to you like a teacher gives you corrections on your spelling test and say, this is what you did wrong. Fix it. Maybe he painted over it. Yes, that is... I pictured that as being more of a Lee move. Lee would be like, no, hold on, wait. No. No, it's, yeah, see, the hatching here is not good. I need more Wrightson and less $3 bill. Red Sharpie paint over the top. I do have a red. Wait, I do have a red Sharpie. Here we go. You are trash. Let me do this for you. Lovely Cozy. That's how that goes down. That is how that goes down. Oh, Craig says, I am all for a horse of a different color. I want 2 Topps Archive retired players. I can do that. I can do that. Let's do that. I'll give you this one and this one. I called my brother earlier today because I just found out who was doing the halftime show of the Bills Rams game Thursday at SoFi. And as you know, Doug has been very gracious and has invited me to go. And I found out today at 4 o'clock that the halftime show is none other than the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne. So I'm now going to an Ozzy Osbourne concert, and the Buffalo Bills and Los Angeles Rams are opening for him and then closing for him. Right, Kevin? Yeah, man, dude. Like, listen, okay, so I'm 42. I was around for a lot of the Black Sabbath albums when Ozzy did his own stuff. And I was like, I can't name every album, but there are a dozen of his songs on my playlist, and stuff that he's done with Rob Zombie as well. And I've always really, I know what he has done. I am aware of what he has brought to the table. There's not a lot of rockers that would be as famous now. Ooh, excuse me. If there you go, Craig. That's a pair. Wouldn't be around if it wasn't for him. So I never got to see him. He doesn't come to Buffalo a lot. So I'm super stoked because I get to see an Ozzy concert before I die. He's gonna outlive me. He's 72. He'll probably live to be like 116. I'll be dead like a decade before then. So I'm stoked about it. All right, Craig wants 2022 Topps Archive 6 Series. Craig gets 2022 Archive 6 Series. Craig, who are you looking for, or at least what team do you want? Oh, that's no good. I'm sorry, Hellbolt. But yeah, what an awesome bonus. So I'm stoked. I was like calling my family. Like, oh my God, I'm going to see Ozzy. And of course, nobody in my family picks up the phone when I call. Mom included. So I just left messages to call me back. Hey, I go live at 9 p.m. Eastern, so don't call me after 9. And 2 of my family members called me after 9 because they didn't listen to the message I left them. They won't pick up the phone. And they won't listen to the message I leave either, is what it is. I have seen Korn live. Out of 82, is that 87 Topps? Kent Urbeck. That man should either have a hat or sunglasses on. Although I can't imagine in Minnesota there's much need for either. All right, maybe the next one will be a little more iconic. I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say not only is this more iconic, it's a gosh darn one of one. Hey, Craig, you got a favorite team? Or even maybe a team you hate? I'll take either. Not too late for the draft break. Dangle, buy it up, man. Yeah, Kevin, he's putting out an album next Friday, so he's doing the concert the day before. So Craig, this is a one of one from Topps Finest. Very famous catcher. And here he is playing for the Yankees. It's Jorge Posada. Uno de uno. I would say that's pretty darn good. Dangle, Craig bought a couple of retired player, and he just got cracked a nice 101. Oh yeah, autos are all on card for both of these products. Let's take El Photo. One of the gold on white is a tough focus. Right, Dangle? That's what I'm saying. 2 one of ones that you've had pulled. Boy, the camera on this tablet is doo-doo. With a capital D. With a capital D. Come here. It doesn't help that it's gold on white. See if I can color correct this camera. It's definitely not looking good. Hello, Mel. Hello, Jimmy. I know, I still have it, Craig. You told me and I listened. All right, let's see if I can see if we can fix this a little bit. Un poquito. Toss that in there. Maybe move that a bit. It was fine where it was. A little bit better. There we go. That's a little bit better. Doesn't help that I have overhead lighting, too. It was Robin Yount. That is correct. All right. It has begun. What's going on, Doug? It has begun. Dangle has bought the first 2 spots in the hit draft break. So get in on it, and we will have some fun. I am updating the spreadsheet right now. Grab 2. Oh, man, that's it. That's fine, man. 2 is more than enough. You only need 1. I appreciate you for 2. Let's go ahead and post this real quick. Do a little editing. Gorgeous. There we go. And InstaGerm, let's get on there. Don't send yet? I'm not sending yet. I'll hold. I'll hodl. Let's see. How do we want to make this look good? Yeah, it looks good. Muy bueno. Uh, talk now, man. Oh, I know, Doug. That's what I was saying. I'm stoked about it. I haven't seen him live yet. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely starting it right. Let me make sure I get your name on these. All right, who is joining Dangle in the hit break? Team name is Turn Your Head and Goth. Mine is 50 Shades of Trey. I hate it. Oh, it's because I have Trey McBride and Trey Lance in my Dynasty League. 2 pounds of old rocks. Well, technically, all rocks are old, Ice Wolf. But I see where you're going. That means Ice Wolf has some amazing art on the way. Or at least somewhere in the pipeline. Craig, it's my pleasure, man. Let's get Dangle's boxes out. These are the one Dangle is quote-unquote contributing. Agate, nice. Good, man. I hope they're beautiful. I hope they're what you want. Dangle. Your team's name is Danglesberries. I love it. I mean, that is a good play on words. I'm not even mad at that. These are very front heavy. I wish they made them a little bit deeper in the box. There we go. What else was there? There was something else I was going to tell you. I don't remember what it was now. Ooh. All right, Doug, take care, man. Have a good night. Be safe. Oh, I mean, yeah, if you want to talk about trading your firsts, I am somebody who traded his firsts away for this year and next year, though I did recoup one of next year's, one of the 2003s. Actually, that's a lie. I did save my 10th overall pick this year. But I did trade away all of next year's, of which I had 3 at one point, and then I got one back recently. So I am somebody that is versed in trading ones, and I'll give you my philosophy behind it. But I'm more than happy to bring it up now. Two trades. You traded your 1, 4, and 5 for a 2 and 2 threes. So you traded a first, a 4, 5 for a 2 and 2 threes. Do you want my honest assessment? Redraft 1 point PPR 12. How early was the first? And how early is the second that you got? See, I'm in a 12 team PPR, 1 point PPR. That is full dynasty. If it was in the bottom half of the draft and the second was in the top half, there's nothing wrong with that trade at all. If it was an early first and that second is late, you probably could have gotten the 2 3s and the 2 just for an early first. But if you were later, if you were in like the back 5 and that second was no more than 8 spots jumping back, yeah, that's a fine deal. You don't want to give up too much between your first and the incoming second. Usually no more than 8 spots. As long as you're picking in 2 more picks within the next 15. Okay, so that makes it worth it, because second overall can be a difficult position to be in. You take a lot of the pressure off. So if you are, let's say, okay, if there's 12 teams, your second is at the back end. So that's a little different. I can see that. So you're removing the stress of picking second overall. And you're getting 5 picks within the first 25. 12 in the first round, 12 in the second. So let's say you're picking second to last in the second. So you've got the 23rd pick. And then you have 3 more within the next 4, or 4 more in the next 6. Yeah, you can do a lot with that. That's a decent building strategy. 2 overall can be tricky. If you fail on 2 overall, you're not seeing another player for a while. So you are hedging your bet by getting rid of the second overall. That's all right. I will stand behind that to sacrifice a 4-5 to get 5 in a row. 5 out of at least the top 30. We are full affiliates. We've filled out the paperwork. 5 in the top 28? Yeah, that's a fine trade. That's absolutely fine. If it's in the 5 in the top 28, absolutely great. We are affiliates. We've filled out the paperwork, but I don't believe they have approved it yet. Nope, still waiting on the approval. So this year for our rookie draft, I had picks 1, 2, and 3 due to trades at the end of the season. I traded out of all 3 spots. In return, I got the 10th. I used 1 pick to get Trey Burks, who I later traded away for a first anyway. And multiple 23 firsts. I think I ended up with 3 23 firsts, the 10th overall pick, and a player. Yeah. I don't want to pick first overall. I wasn't going to pick Breece Hall. I moved pick 3 overall for Treylon Burks. I moved 1 overall for 10th overall this year and a pick next year. I can't remember what the other one was. And then I proceeded to trade a bunch of the firsts to get some young players to kind of rebuild as part of my 2-year rebuild. I'm rebuilding this year and next year. Starting in 2025, I should be highly competitive as long as at least 2 out of the 4 people I gambled on pay off. It would be nice if Trey Lance does well. At least if he can do Hurts-like numbers with his legs, I'd be happy with that. I don't care if he's the long-term answer. If he gives me 2 good years with his legs, I'll trade him while he's hot and pick up some more picks. I have a decent receiving core. I have a very good tight end team. And we're tight end premium, so we get 1.5 points per catch for tight end. So if you got a tight end like Cole Kmet or Kelsey or Kittle, or even Knox this year, you're good. I mean, 4 catches is like 6 points, so without the yards. Excuse me. All right, baseball fans. It'll very likely be, Dangle. It'll be this, or not this year, it'll be next year. Just don't have time to do it this year. Hopefully I'm not moving next year. So I won't have to worry about that. But don't leave Dangle hanging. Nobody loves a hanging Dangle. 2 spots are gone in the clearly authentic hit draft break. At least one other person needs to jump in to make this interesting. I'd prefer 2 more people to jump in to make it really interesting. I mean, it's literally the cheapest thing we have. Oh, we do have time. Heaven forbid Bourbon shows up. He'll buy 2 just to spite you. I want to take a look real quick. Let's turn this off. There we go. Better. Oh, talking about fantasy. Okay, that too. I don't have time. As the commissioner, that would be hard to get everybody all of their stuff before Thursday's game. Especially considering it's going to be a dynasty league. And I'll be making people commit to at least 3 years of playing. The hardest part is going to get Doug to have time. We would have to do a live stream of the draft to make sure that he has time to do it. Getting hold of him is like climbing a greased pole by yourself. I'm not saying he's greasy. I'm just saying he's difficult. A non-dynasty test run? Oh goodness, I don't even know if that's worth my time. I'm a dynasty snob now. I don't have any fantasy teams left. Everything I'm in now is dynasty. It's a different mindset. You have to Really think long term and balance your short term needs as well. Makes things interesting. It makes Tom Brady a cast off. Like, oh, he's good for 1 year. I'm not taking him in the first round or the second or the third or the fourth. If I can get 1 year out of him, I'm not taking him to the sixth or seventh on the startup. Yeah, she also hates football, though. So, I mean, I get enthused. I get excited about it. I don't have anybody to share that excitement with. I have to come here and do that. American football, that's right. It really isn't. It's like you're being it's like being the GM. It's like Dynasty Warriors. She has no idea what Dynasty Warriors is. She's definitely not a gamer. James, on the other hand, James is a gamer. James will beat you in Call of Duty Mobile. This kid drops more nukes than I've ever seen in my life. I have it on video. I do. I have it on video, him just annihilating people like 30-8. I thought they were bots at first. I thought he was playing a bunch of bots. But then people were like messaging him and calling him a homer and a cheater. And it's like, no, you just got whooped by a 6-year-old. A 6-year-old smoked you with a headshot. Like, you weren't even close. He gets the death machine, and it's over. Oh, he's the king of the last kill. Yeah. Yeah, he'll bust out the knife or a sidearm to smoke you close up. He doesn't care. He's a savage. Yep. No, Hellbolt, I don't even want to play him. He's too good. He's beaten a few of the Halos. The kid crushes games. He's a natural. His hands aren't even big enough to fit around a controller. Like, that's why he plays on the tablet half the time. Wait till his hands grow and he can wrap his hands around a controller. Oh, he does. I haven't taught him how to teabag yet, but when he gets older, I will teach him the art of teabagging on camera. For those who don't know what teabagging is, it's exactly what you think it is, but in a shooting game. Don't Google that. Do not Google that. DCD Collects is not responsible for anything you see if Googling that. Yeah, he will like hunt around for like the most embarrassing thing to kill you with. At the end, he's like, oh, I got 1 kill left. I'm a baseball bat. Chainsaw, let's go. Ah, that's amazing. And crouching repeatedly. That's dumb if they're banning people for teabagging. It's part of the game. They should be worried about banning people for hate speech in the chat and in the live channel more than they should be worrying about teabagging. They got bigger fish to fry. It's sexism? I don't know about that. So we obviously I didn't invent teabagging, but when me and my friends used to play, my actor friends and our producer, we used to take the theater, the Marion Theater in Ocala, Florida, and we used to play on the movie screen with the Dolby Surround. And one day, my friend Brian Smash Reynolds headshot our host of our show, and he went over and found that if you look down and crouch over and over again, it looks like you're teabagging them. So that was the thing. And then we found out that that was a real thing outside of our group. So we organically found teabagging in Call of Duty, only for it to become a real thing. That's Lee. Stunlock Horde and Farm Mind while they were locked. That's beautiful. I didn't invent quote, I didn't invent teabagging, but we in my improv group perfected the art. Comedy dell'arte. Oh, that's dumb, Hellbolt. That's dumb. Whatever. It's funny when you see it from a distance. It gets dumber. Oh, really? Their dead teammate. So they got banned for teabagging their own dead teammate. That's dumb. You hit that right on the head. That's just dumb. Truth. Maria brought food. Bullcrap, I don't have any. Lee, I'm going to call you a liar. There's nobody here but me. It's a lie. You, sir, are not being square with us. You're being obtuse. AFK for Mexican food. All right, that's a good reason. I'll allow it, Lee. Enjoy. Hi, Maria. Love you. Bolt's got his pizza. Yeah, no, Dangle. I mean, I can see the reasoning behind it, but come on. As they say in playoff and championship football, let them play. Let them play. Enchiladas for dinner for Dangle, pizza for Hellbolt. He's digging, watching me and Connor bicycle. Life is good with your... It should be. It's the simple things, man. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot. Oh, Mrs. the Breaker does not know yet who the halftime show of the Bills-Rams game is. And not that she's a fan, but I'm going to enjoy seeing her face when I tell her. So maybe I will wait until I get home to tell her. Of course, now that I said that, anybody who knows Mrs. the Breaker knows she's Googling it already and already knows. He's bicycling around Hokkaido, 500 miles to raise money for the IDF. He's on day 6 of 8. Nice. Traded 7 and 12 for 23 and 24. Dangle, I don't know if I would have done that one. Oh, 7th of 12 for 23 and 24. Now I understand. Okay, I see it. You can delete your rebuttal. So you traded the 7th overall pick for the last 2 picks of the second round. So you should be able to get quarterback, wide receiver 1, or a tight end with those 2 picks. Running backs are already gone. Probably top 3 quarterbacks are off the board. Top 4 or 5 wide receivers are off the board. Probably top 10. Hi, Jimmy. How are you doing? Yeah, at that point, you got to go quarterback and wide receiver or quarterback tight end. That would depend on availability. Oh, goodness. 2 QB league? Woof. Yeah, the top 5 quarterbacks will be gone then. So you could probably get Davis Mills. You could probably get Tua if you have faith in Tua. I don't personally. You might be able to get Trey Lance that far back if you want to take that gamble. I took that gamble. I think he'll do it with his legs if he can't do it with his arms. I mean, he's 3rd overall pick. He's got draft capital. Even if they have to pull him and put in Garoppolo, they'll put him back eventually. I mean, you could take a flyer on Danny Jones. If you get Daniel Jones, and I'm not saying he's good, but he puts up points. If you get Daniel Jones, you have to draft Wan'Dale Robinson. I mentioned this yesterday. Wan'Dale Robinson is going to slate as a star. I love you too. Is going to slate as a slot receiver, probably eventually the starting slot receiver. And the current head coach of the Giants is the former offensive coordinator of the Bills. And it's the same offensive coordinator that made Cole Beasley into what he was last year. And Isaiah McKenzie when he filled in. So you can see Wan'Dale Robinson as the next Beasley McKenzie, but for the Giants. So keep that in mind. He is going to be a sneaky good flyer at wide receiver. Most people are faded on him right now. I actually bought shares. I actually traded a 2024 second for him. Because it just makes sense being on Brian Daboll's offense as a slot guy. And any of you should be able to find Wan'Dale Robinson in the waiver wires, or you may be able to trade a 3rd this year or a 2nd later down the road and get him. I highly recommend that pickup. If he stays healthy, you're going to see shocking numbers from him, especially in 1 point PPRs. He's a rack guy. Racks on racks on racks. Jimmy loves his emojis. His favorite emoji is the poop emoji. For obvious. When am I coming home? I am coming home after the show, Jimmy. In like 2 hours, I should be home. Maybe. It all depends on how many people jump into the breaks. Mel has not met Maria yet. But I'm sure when they do, it'll be a lot of really fast talking that I don't understand. Other than the occasional Diablo Blanco that I'm sure both of us will be referencing, or both of them will be referencing both of us about. She hasn't met Trevor yet. There you go, Dangle. Excuse me. Whew. I did not sleep well last night. So for those who don't know, Jimmy is predisposed to postnasal drip, which can upset his stomach and make him throw up in the middle of his sleep. Not to disclose much of my family personal life, but it's pertinent. Because it will make you get up at 6 a.m. and then good luck falling asleep after that fiasco. Dango's like, "Hi, James, by the way." That's how I heard it in my head. Oh, I didn't put my light on. There we go. I look slightly more human now. Dax Milne. I don't think I know who he is. I'll have to look into it. I pride myself on knowing a lot about the players. I spend a lot of time doing research. Doug gets up at like 3 in the morning. He probably accomplishes more by the time I wake up than I do my entire day. Ryan Pittman should be huge. Don't sleep on Paris Campbell. If Paris Campbell can finally stay healthy, Paris Campbell is a fantastic athlete. He has been plagued with season-ending injuries. He hasn't been on the field very much in his first 3 years. But Paris Campbell, knock on wood, so far so good, is doing well. Paris Campbell could have a sleeper year. Who's that tight end? Jelani? He's a beast. verify his name. Jelani Woods? Yeah, Jelani Woods. 6'7". He's 6'7", 259. And he ran a 4.640. Former quarterback. Favorite fantasy platform? I use MFL. My Fantasy League. Dangle. I don't know if anybody's joining your party, bud. I think you got to play with yourself again. I wanted to try Sleeper, but there are I might do Sleeper for Sleeper's easier to use. So I would probably do the DCD Collects League on Sleeper. I like DFL because there's more finite things you can do on it. And I like the little nuances. No, Jimmy, you're beautiful. But for simplicity, I will probably do Sleeper when I do the our league. Simply due to simplicity. It will be, I will tell you this, right now, the way I'm thinking, it's going to be kickers, because I like kickers, but it's going to be no defenses. Instead, we're going to be drafting 2 defensive players, maybe 3 defensive players. It's going to be deep. I think I might make a mandatory DL, LB, and CB in lieu of defenses, just to make it more fun. But I'm going to run that by the rest of the Brain Trust to see what they think. Maybe we'll just do 2 defensive players of any position you want. It'll probably not be super flex. It'll more than likely just be standard flex. 1 point PPR, TE premium. I will take as many as 12 teams. I probably won't go higher than that. So obviously, Trevor, Doug, and I will be 3, so we'll probably need 9 more people. Dangle will want in. I'm sure Bourbon will want in. Maybe we'll get a DCD Collects championship belt. Fantasy UFC League. That's interesting. Considering fighters only fight at maximum 3 times a year, are you drafting each individual show, or are you drafting the players for their career? That's okay, Bolt. No better way to learn than by doing. Just because I've been doing it for about 33 years doesn't mean I'm any better than anybody else at doing it. I have not won a Dynasty championship yet. I have won, not to brag, I have won probably close to a dozen fantasy leagues. And that's why I won about a dozen. I placed top 2 in probably 30. I'm always in the championship. And I got bored doing basic fantasy. Oh, got it. DraftKings Daily. Got it. Created a league. Now I understand now. I dig it. And that's why I turned to Dynasty 3 years ago, is because I was tired of winning. And I know it sounds pretentious and dumb, but it gets boring. It's like being the Patriots. It's like, oh, won again? All right. Put the ring with the others. So, yeah. Now, I'll tell you, Dynasty, man, that is way tougher than fantasy. Because you have to balance win now with sustaining a team for the rest of your natural life. Just saying. All right, so here is the last pitch. I am going to open these boxes at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Either Dangle is getting everything, or somebody else is going to join in, and it becomes a game. So there's the 14-minute warning. I have a distinct feeling that when I open these, any other baseball fans that are in the chat are going to go, dag nabbit, I should have got in. Like yesterday, when 2 out of 2 cards were amazing. What else is going on? There's something else I was supposed to talk about today. Oh. So, Doug had a conversation with the guys from Super Breaks, the company that makes the multi-hit boxes that we buy into, buy into. And they just told us there's this product that's coming out. Very inexpensive product. We're talking like $55 a box. That is relic based. It is similar to cut relics. As cut SIGs, old baseball cards, old news clippings of players. It's very inexpensive. And if things go well with us purchasing and moving those, we may be an official distributor of Super Breaks products, which would be awesome for you guys. Because that means we can get good deals on it. We are talking with a couple of distributing companies about trying to get some allotments to make things better priced. We have been doing some Dutch auctions to get some first off the line products, because those are competitive with other people, since first off the line is often not offered as part of your allotment. Typically first off the line needs to be purchased there. That sounds awesome. Craig, we hope so. I mean, the paperwork's done. It's a matter of them approving it. I've already added some features that a lot of you guys won't have access to yet, but they are ready. It's a matter of us being able to turn them on. Let me see this. Speaking of, let me take a look. There we go. Fighting in Paris tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific. Yikes. That's crazy.
Hello there.
Ha. Gagne versus Tui Vaisea. Vesa. Viesa. Tui's the guy that does the shoey, if I'm not mistaken, right? You have to be a certain kind of person to drink beer out of somebody else's shoe. One that they've worn all day. Super gross. James would, but I wouldn't. As much as I love the shoeies, Gagne is gonna wreck him. Listen, one of the things about heavyweights, man, is only takes one punch. It only takes one punch to end everything. So, a lot of people said that about Tui before. And yeah, he's lost lately. But he stepped on the scene with some very impressive KOs of people that he was supposed to be a tune-up for. All right. I'm just updating the tablet and had a update. Of course, when I need it the most, it needs to be reset. So I'm doing that now. All right, done. Oh, Brent, you are right. They are expensive. What's going on, Johnny Rotten? How you doing, man? Yeah. They are. I'm a big UFC fan. I hate Dana White. So Dana White's autograph does not mean anything to me, but I have some UFC cards. I have some really amazing autographs. I'm good, man. I hope you're good too. One of my favorites is my Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson auto. To me, pound for pound, the greatest fighter of any division, the most dominant fighter of any division is not Anderson Silva. It's Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. At his size, there was nobody that could beat him. When he did lose, it wasn't a good loss. He lost the belt in wherever he is now, and he just won it back. There is no pound-for-pound fighter better than Mighty Mouse. He is amazing. So, the reason I hate Dana White is, yes, I understand Dana White saved the UFC from going under. I get that. I understand that. But when it came up and became a billion-dollar company, he maintained his noose around the fighters. He did not give them pay increases. Good day, Ninja! How, my dear friend, are you doing? By the way, Ninja, I am happy to say Season 3 of Bluey is finally in the United States, and I watched it the very first day it came out. I love Bluey. Eventful Saturday, good. Hopefully good. Dana is making money off of people. He's exploiting the fighters. Only 5% of the fighters get paid a decent wage. There's no reason boxers should be making tens of millions of dollars a fight, and UFC fighters are lucky to make $200,000 if they're top tier, and they have a higher chance of dying than the boxers do. The mixer tap in the kitchen blew, and you had water everywhere. Thankfully, the plumber came out quickly. Hopefully, it was easy to shut the water off before the plumber came. If not, did you just throw a towel over it? That's what I would have done. It was good. Okay, good. Well, it is eventful. Thankfully, you were able to fix it. It's a good sign. We are in the midst of year 3 of the drought in Southern California. So our water bills are expensive now, and they're putting limits on what people can use. They're actually putting water inhibitors in people's houses. It is pretty sweet. You are right, Johnny. You are right. Hopefully, whoever buys into this break gets it. For those who just joined, we're doing a hit draft break. Buy as many Clearly Authentic you want from DCDcollects.com. And we will take care, Ice Wolf. Enjoy Renfest. And then we will random the participants, and whoever's on top gets first pick, and so on. That's going on in a couple of minutes. I'm going to do last call. Right now, there's 2 boxes by Dangle. Nobody else wants to test their luck against the man, the myth, and the legend. So, if anybody wants in, this is last call. Otherwise, he's just going to open these boxes, and y'all are going to have FOMO. Actually, it won't be FOMO. It'll be straight up missing out, because he'll have everything. I'm fine either way. I'm indifferent. It's pretty sweet, though. He has a very it's a very obvious signature. Like you know a Soto from a distance. This isn't even in focus, and even if you didn't know that was a Soto card, you would know that that's his autograph. You have more sustained injuries in UFC than boxing. A boxer is not going to break his leg in half. A boxer is not likely to blow out his knee. A boxer is, they're all going to get concussed. They're both going to have CTE. But a boxer is not going to break his arm blocking a kick. If a boxer has the level of cut a UFC fighter has, they call the fight. You can sustain more damage in the UFC, and the Athletic Commission is going to let you continue. If you get a nasty gash on your eyebrow in boxing, you're not allowed to continue. Your cut man either closes it or they don't. In the UFC, you can have a nasty gash. As long as they jam enough Vaseline in there, they're going to let you fight. As long as you can see. They absolutely should get a bigger cut. The UFC is $1 billion industry with a roster of only a couple hundred athletes. That's right, nothing Superglue can't fix. Ninja knows. I've had cuts super. As a matter of fact, which finger? What was this one? There's a triangle right there. You can see it. Hold on. Let's trick the camera into focusing on it. I ripped open my finger. Oh, there it is. See that dot and that triangle right there? If I flex, it stays. I have an extra layer of skin in that spot. My finger got filleted open by a Corona bottle when I was a bartender. I was opening a bottle and the bottle exploded and it cut right through the tip of my finger and I was gushing blood everywhere. And luckily an off-duty, you can see it especially when I like rub on it. An off-duty, EMT was there and literally stopped the bleeding. And then when it was closed, he happened to he's like, hold on, I got super glue in my car, and pulled out the real super glue. And was like, this is going to sting, but I'm going to save you a hospital visit. And he goes, that's a couple of stitches, or I could try to super glue it. He goes, let's super glue it, let's tape it up, and we'll see how it is tomorrow. And sure enough, it's healed, but when it healed, one of the layers of skin stayed under there because he didn't pull off the dead skin. So now I have an extra layer of skin on one little spot on my finger, which is also numb to the touch. Yeah, dangers of bartending. The GSP greasing scandal. Oh, goodness. Speaking of greasing, let's open your boxes, Dangle. Nobody wants to play with you. Are you ready, homie? I gotta stop playing with that knife. He wins too much. Yeah. Well, you got to be in it to win it. That's the thing. I know you wanted to draft. Don't get mad at me. I did everything I could, Dangle. Take your booty and go home. So here's what's going to happen. Dangle, I'm going to open this box, and it's going to be so good somebody's going to try to buy in. You realize that's what's going to happen. And whoever buys in, like, after I open this box, unfortunately, is going to just get a box and they're not going to be able to draft. So, Dangle, here we go. All of you are going to be upset. I gotta look this up. Yeah, Dangle. Yeah, buddy. All right. So, out of 25. Oh my. Oh my. Out of 25. Congratulations. You have won the Topps Tech Blue Parallel of Brandon Marsh from the Halos. That, my friend, is a 1 in 60 hit. That is a 1 out of 3 case hit. Right there. 1 out of 3 cases. And that's all you. That's out of 25. And then, watch this be another banger. Well, his signature is interesting. It's not numbered. It is a rookie. It is from Minnesota. It's Scary Terry. I think that's supposed to be CT2, even though it looks like UT2. Yeah, Dangle, you should probably do that before the man gets busy. Let's take a photog. Dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. Well, Dangle, you've been a big winner 2 days in a row. No, it's not numbered. Scary Terry is not numbered. It is simply there. It simply exists. Oh, no, it's right. Maestro won yesterday. Yeah, never mind. That was Maestro. Maestro was the big wiener. And actually, yesterday, so was Chef. Chef and Maestro were the big wieners. Today, you're the only wiener. Well, no, actually, you and Craig are the wieners. Because Craig's got his 101. There you go, Brent. It's always a good time for baseball. All right. Update that. I don't know. I don't have much else. I was hoping that we would have more success with the hit draft break. So that's really all I had planned today. Look at, might grab something else. Well, Dangle, pump the brakes. What I will do is I'll pitch another one for tomorrow. I will pitch another one for tomorrow. So if you can hold, I will set up a new. I can do it right now. Hold on. Give me a second. I am setting up a new one for tomorrow. Saturday is a good day for everybody hanging out. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. So 13 of those remain. I will put a maximum of 13 for tomorrow's break. And then we'll do it again tomorrow. I mean, it's something that's always available. It's fun. That's the only case of Clearly Authentic I think we're getting. Then we could always switch gears and do it with the SIG series. So that is an option as well. No rush. We have new stuff coming very soon. Next week, there will be a plethora of things. Sports and non-sport related. So no rush. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to call that a night. Call that an easy Friday. 4 boxes, 3 great cards, and an unknown. Why not? All right. So I'm going to go home. I think that's the plan. It's 7:45. I'm going to go home. I want to see what the esposa is cooking. Yeah, I do. I love each and every one of you. I do. It's true. Tomorrow is going to be a fun Saturday. Hopefully we have some more people that want to play. As a reminder, we are not going to be live next Thursday. Next Thursday, we will be at SoFi Stadium. So tomorrow will really be the last day to get your fix in. If you are looking to get some stuff cracked open. If not, that's fine. But just know that I love you. And I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. So we can do this again tomorrow. You know the time. You know the channel. Take care, Ninja. I hope you have a wonderful day. But yeah, I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Watch the fights. The fights are on early in the morning, so we will see who wins, and we can even talk about them tomorrow while we do some breaks. So take care, be safe.